Okay, what is your rank? Currently gold 2?
Uh, yeah, gold 2. I dropped down to gold 2
Okay.
from plat 1.
Yep. It's interesting. Astro pick.
Yeah, I play for smokes for my team, so I was just like working on Astro.
Okay, yeah. Did you pop smokes already?
I did pop smokes already because I thought I thought we were just rushing in. I'm not gonna lie.
Okay. Yeah. Just first thing, I would set up the stars
Yeah.
and
Okay.
then pop them when you get to here, just so this doesn't happen.
Right. Okay.
Cause I was already like thinking, I wonder if there's a sage wall the
Yeah.
second you popped it. Just because you want to wait for a lot of util to come through before you
Hmm.
pop the smokes, since they
Okay.
do go away pretty fast
Okay.
compared to like omen smokes.
Yeah.
Uh, and the one thing I do take a little bit of time to write, so I do apologize for that.
Oh no, no worries. That's good because I, want to have it like to refer back to.
Hmm. All right, so positioning wise, I don't think it was very wise because oh my wow,
Yeah.
collat through the headshot. I don't think it was very wise because I think you need to be positioned behind the phoenix
Okay.
because always try to think like if I die,
Mhm.
you're gonna die in order of how you go in,
Right.
and right there, it looks like you did have a little bit of knowledge that he was lurking up mid,
Hmm.
um, and you had no mid control the entire round. So you would want your Phoenix to play in front of you, or like
Right.
Killjoy, or somebody who actually like is meant to take mid control.
Right. Okay.
Um, if you
So
don't
we
have
can
any prior mid information.
right. So we can gain some info
Mm-hmm.
before I just so that doesn't happen.
Exactly.
Cool.
Oh my lord.
Yeah, I think he was like smurfing pretty hard. I ain't gonna lie to you.
He showed team diff too. Holy. So again,
Yeah,
um,
just early. Yeah.
yeah. So I just actually had a scrim against a pro team like right before the session,
Mhm.
and usually the Astro would go into Astro form right about here,
Okay.
and then he would do smoke here,
Uh,
and he would play right behind the duelists because then he would be able to see when he could pop them and when he shouldn't.
right. Okay. So I can gain some information before I just go into like
Mm-hmm.
sitting duck. Okay.
A good smoke there. I am actually going to point that out. That catwalk smoke,
Hmm.
that is a very good smoke. Um, situationally, every time you want your team to just have mid control and early game as well,
Hmm.
right as the barriers go down, if you want to pop that smoke and
Hmm.
allow your teammates to like lurk up mid or take mid control,
Okay.
because a lot of omens and astros smoke
Hmm.
off tiles right off the rip
Yeah.
to prevent you from taking mid control, and you
Hmm.
could do the same thing for cat.
Well,
on, let me go back and look at positioning real quick.
Let me be real, I had no idea where I got shot from there.
Was there any Oh, wait, I can probably hear it.
Where? Oh, B-Link. B-Link.
So right here, it's a really bad position to put yourself in if your team's not committing with you.
Okay.
Because like I said, usually you want to have these two characters in the front.
Yeah.
So in this situation, I would be like, oh fuck, you didn't see any outlines of your teammates through this wall, so nobody's really with you. And she came out of market and buckied you, and nobody's really here to take the trade.
Okay.
So it was a very good play, you peeking and lurking a little bit.
Yeah.
But mostly that would be like the jet roll or killjoy roll.
Okay.
Just to be a little expendable and play the flank.
Nice.
Okay.
Because right
At least
here,
only one on
if you have your
I mean-
stars, it's an easy take.
Right.
Okay. Close door, close door.
Yeah, I think I did that because I was like out of like everything. I was
Nice.
just like, fuck it.
I'm gonna hold heaven. Someone hold door, A main or some shit.
Oh, heaven.
Call what you're holding. One heaven.
You tried to wall paint the thing.
Yeah.
Put the frenzy. That's funny.
I'm just gonna peek. I'm gonna keep peeking mid. I'm just gonna flash it.
Okay. Do they make noise if I go to
Let's see now.
Look away.
Without pulling them in.
Good smoke. A little deep. I would put it a little bit up, but still good.
Someone come move with me. I'm trying to get a cut.
Oh, don't want to?
Again,
I need
you really want to be up here,
Okay.
just so you can see what's visible before you pop them.
Okay.
Where's one cat? There.
That was good.
Holy shit, I didn't even see those. So far.
One enemy remaining. Spike
Jet's an
down.
A player. I mean, Sage is an A player, right?
Yeah, overall, that round was actually really good.
Just wait on the stars and gain, like let my duelist gain some information before peeking through. Okay.
And,
or before popping them.
Try to stay a little bit closer to your duelists as well,
Okay.
because you want to be on site. Because that is a good fight for you to take, and it was a very good trade out. But I'd rather have the Cypher die here and only get one kill, and have you and Astra playing post plant and survive, than being a little bit behind.
Oh, she's showing market.
Okay.
She got my Spectre. Oh, double headshot.
I didn't hit her at all. Stay alive.
Take up
Nice.
this feet.
Hold it. It just goes wherever the fuck she wants to go.
Yeah, she's just rotating around, so we can honestly just.
At this point, you're honestly playing pretty well. Playing your role. Overall, just sticking with your team. I would just say try to play a little bit closer.
I'm just gonna keep distracting mid.
Checking the situation. About day. Pulling them in.
See how right there you kind of used a pull.
I'm just gonna keep distracting mid.
Let's see if your Phoenix actually swings this. You don't really want to put a pull there and activate it that early,
Okay.
unless you have all 5 taking mid.
Okay.
And you'd want to have pull set up, you'd want to have smoke set up right here. You'd want to have smoke here set up
Okay.
for like a full execute. Because right here, this is kind of just wasting a little bit of value.
Okay.
Because of how, like, you realize how early you popped it, your Phoenix is still sitting tiles.
Right, so no one can capitalize on the grab anyway.
And I don't think it was calmed, so your Sova's kind of just not fully peeking it.
Thank you.
Yeah. And the thing is, you did have no information off the rip, so it would be a good pull if somebody was there, but it's pretty much a 50-50, 20-80
Yeah.
for somebody to be there.
Oh, cat. Oh, fuck. I thought no one else is mid me. That's crazy.
Yeah, so you activated them back here,
Yeah.
but your team had control and decided to retake, and now like you're kind of just at one left.
Yeah.
So, right here, your entire team's kind of rotating, and this would be the position you would want to play as a killjoy or a sentinel.
Right.
You'd want to lurk for information, but as a smoke, you kind of want to realize that your role is to play in the pack.
Right.
Because
Okay.
you're very important for post plant as well as executions and taking a site. So you
Okay.
really want to know that as an Astra, you have to play very like well communicated with your duelist, and you and the Phoenix, right? Or somebody are in a call.
Yeah, me and Phoenix are gonna call.
Okay, so I would try to communicate to him that I actually duo with a Phoenix main a lot, and a Phoenix main is very good because he has a lot of chemistries. So I will like battle Sage with one of my friends or play smokes with him, and that is a very good duo because you're gonna have very good communications.
Right.
So just for future reference, try to be like, hey, if you go in, I'm smoking this and I have your back. Smokes down in 3, 2, smokes down, and then push into site together.
Alright, I'm here to replace Akashi.
Oh shit. Yeah.
Yeah, so you kind of got caught off guard.
Yeah.
And try to think to yourself, if you really don't know what to do or where to go, ask yourself, am I currently in the play?
Mhm.
And am I currently using the support of my teammates? Because if
Okay.
you're not in the play, you could still be sort of supported by your teammates who's like holding a long angle.
Mhm.
But if you have no teammates near you as a smoke character,
Mhm.
and you have like a lot of enemies, meaning you're going to be pushing an open area where you have no map control over, you really just want to try to reposition.
We should have got
Okay.
you here to. I mean, we're gonna win this game. It's fine.
I think you should glance a little bit more up here.
Okay.
And take control, because I feel like after this you're going to know how to position for Astra, because I'll show you as well in the guide for after.
Okay.
But communicate to your Cypher to come help you, because like as long as they're not being toxic, people will be respectful and listen, and now it's going to be like a 2v4 together
Yeah,
instead
I'm
of just a
confident.
1v4 and then a 1v4.
You were too
Okay.
confident, you end up losing, bro.
If I had just someone come with me mid that round, I wouldn't have just died. But yeah.
Do you
I
have
think,
any?
I think this is where it starts going off the rails.
Okay. Do you have any questions about anything said so far?
No. It all makes sense. I used to coach in Overwatch, so I kind of like I'm understanding what you're saying. Kind of
yeah.
makes sense to me.
I'm a one-trick Lucio.
Yeah.
I like being duelist. I can just run around. But I need just one person supporting me.
I actually didn't. I wasn't aware how much I lurked until until watching
yeah?
this.
Mhm.
What?
This dude gave flowers to his girl.
It's very good to rewatch just where you are and the
Yeah.
comms you're making. Because as a smoke, so I'm a killjoy. On defense, I'm very vocal.
Mhm.
And I'm in like an IGL.
Mhm.
As well as attacking, but I don't know what's going on site.
Yeah.
That's pretty much what your job is. Because your job as a smoke character is to like relay information for everybody and for everybody to play off you.
She didn't take him.
We can just that.
Wait, it's Mother's Day.
Because like, you know, a lot of people are like, oh, duelists need to go in and bait for us, and then they won't be doing their job as like a smoke. Because I've played Omen and I've had to like entry by myself while my duelists watched me. But since you have the like you have the God squad right here.
Yeah.
And you have like the most potential to have a lot of communication between you and your Phoenix
Wait.
to make a lot of duo plays.
Just be careful.
Okay.
Or by his mom.
Wait a minute.
Wait a minute.
I will teach you this, but this right here is not good. No offense.
No. Please be brutally honest. That's how I need to get better. So
Yeah. Actually, I'll bring this up right now.
yeah, I struggle with Astral a lot. I'll be honest with you. I don't like know like the situations and the like opportunities for when to use it and shit.
So, the best Astra ult, if you have a good OK team,
Mhm.
is to have control of B main first, because you never want to ult and then have to rotate.
Right.
But the best one is right here, because none of your teammates can get killed from this direction. Now you've completely, say there's a player here, a player here, and a player here. And once you have B main control, you either have 3 to 4 people, if nobody died, now peeking all together, taking a 4v1, which is very favorable. And then it is a very, very like thin line right here where they have to peek. And when they peek, your killjoy can be set up here, you can be set up here, the other Cypher can be set up here, and Omen here. That's 4 different angles that you're going to be able to play while they all have to peek from one. That's on the same ground level as well.
Okay.
But yeah, just for future reference, cutting
Yeah.
off this, having a little opening at stairs
Mhm.
is definitely the way to go for your ult, and it's pretty much a free round every time.
Okay.
Wait a minute.
Because I'm gonna explain to you why this is not the best as well.
Mhm.
So it does give you full control of a portion of site.
Mhm.
But the thing it doesn't give you is map control.
Mhm.
Because the second you cut yourself off right here
Yeah.
and allow the entire other team to have pretty much complete control still of site, boathouse, and free rotations,
Okay.
yeah, it's a little rough.
No, that makes sense. I got you.
Oh shit, where's that at?
And then see how like your ult is popped,
Flashing, flashing.
the timer's ticking,
Yeah.
and like you still haven't capitalized off of it.
Yeah.
And now like the
Flashing
timer's running down.
I didn't clear back.
This is a good play by you. Just because of how the wall is set up, I would want you to take more map control after.
Okay, well, what you guys do, and I'm gonna do one too.
Oh my god, I'm a fucking hacker, bro. Wait. Oh, no, you killed Silva, never mind. Silva, yeah.
So this entire time,
Mhm.
you have your stars.
Yeah. I noticed that.
So after those first 2 picks,
Mhm.
I would have been like, okay, I just did really well. Time to play a little bit more passive, since it was a 3v2,
Right.
and now you can smoke CT, smoke main, smoke market, have your team play stairs, lane, and boathouse, and pretty much
I can
play the numbers game and take the win.
Okay. Yeah.
One enemy remaining.
He's on those stairs.
I'm not holding anything. He's probably trying to kill us.
I do like this Phoenix you're queuing with. He has good comms.
Yeah, I used to be in Diamond, so he's a pretty good player.
I'm down bad, Robo.
You've always been down back.
I'm about to be. I'm pretty sure if I lose what 2 more, I'll be fucking flat 1. Cheat.
That's why you just solo queue it. Solo queue.
Solo queuing has been giving me fucking terrible ass fucking. It's always top heavy ass games. One person's fragging out and that's it.
I'd rather have top heavy games.
Nah,
Solo's
I've been
on top
trying to
of my
play
solo
support. I've been trying to play like not new characters, but it has been working out for me. I can ult into A here, guys. I'm ulting.
So for that, I do actually really like those smokes, and think that that's a really viable option to do a lot of rounds. Just because you have someone here. If you don't have anybody peeking mid, it's still a good option as well.
Because then they don't know what's happening behind it.
Exactly, because then they have to peek out for a lurk, and you might be able to get more information from hearing them or something like that.
Right.
Nice.
So, I would recommend a little too far. You got out of smokes here,
Characters, but has been working out for me.
and I feel like a big thing with Astra is having to know your teammates' positions, because that's how you're gonna play. If you play Astra and go 1 in 10, I really wouldn't care. As long
I can ult
as
into A here, guys.
you pop these smokes
I'm ulting.
and see that your Phoenix communicated that he's ulting, meaning every time a Phoenix ult, it's going to be going straight in.
Right.
And now that ult has started a full execution onto this site, meaning you're committed. So you smoked Cat again, but that would have been the perfect time to smoke site
Okay.
with your Phoenix's comms. And even here, like, it would be a little late, but it would still help your entire team get the plant down.
Okay.
And as well
Nice.
as like just being able to set up for post plant.
Yeah, I think I was trying to stun the guy in like Cubby or whatever for my Sova, but I see what you're saying. Like in terms of holding or holding it till like not holding it, focusing on like the more important thing, right? Which is the execution.
Since he's lurking, you really don't want to worry about him at all.
Okay.
Because his job, it's not good that he's here because he is a Sova. And
Right, yeah.
this is like a Killjoy's position. And this is all out of whack. But you want to try to support yourself and like the mass majority of people that are heading to site and not this guy.
Right.
Because like, you just supported him and he's throwing.
Yeah, no, I got you. And you got zero value out of the
Ping
link.
bomb,
Yeah.
bomb, please.
And now that leaves my Phoenix in a 1v2.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
I could have played that better.
Someone just jumped out of heaven.
Where do you guys? He can just.
Nice spot.
And I don't hear a lot of comms. You don't need to really get information on the enemy team. You just need to communicate with your team on when to pop the smokes and like when they're gonna commit.
So let's go.
And if you're not sure, to be honest, just ask your team, because your team will tell you, and then the second they tell you, you pop it, and
Oh,
like who knows best than the duelist that's pushing on the site currently.
what up,
Right.
boys? Child.
Oh, he got caught. He got caught.
Chat, okay, I like that.
I did like that good utility usage.
He's close right, bro. Fuck.
That? Alright.
You can't. What a crossfire. That's crazy.
That's just a rough round. Think you could have pulled right there, right?
So I like pulled. So like I pulled stunned because I knew the Phoenix always played there. So and I knew that we were grabbing like we were trying to get him out of there or whatever and like grab mid control, like into A. So like I pulled stunned and then I put another star, but I think it was on cooldown.
Okay.
Or I didn't like think about it. Yeah.
It was good utility usage in the beginning. But like I said, I think we just need to.
Yeah.
I
Look
would
down
say,
a little bit more and focus on like
yeah,
my utility and stuff. Okay.
I would say use one to start off with,
Okay.
and then hold the other one until your team gets closer. Because doing
Okay.
it off the rip instantly tells the other team that you're here.
Right. We're gonna make a play off of
Yeah.
this. Okay, that
And
makes sense.
that means like giving them. I love when I play against Astros because in this level, they always just tell people where they're gonna commit. A little bit like you did earlier. You put those stars down very early,
Right.
giving them information that they were gonna have to swing towards that site more.
Okay.
I should have mollied that corner. I tried flashing it, but he's too deep.
I think we just push something.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to just not use his ability early. See if I can just get somewhere in. Yay. Let's not use any abilities early because I think we're just getting red.
Same thing.
Okay, I'm ready. 3, 2. It's true. It's true. It's true. It's true.
Oh, I actually waited on this one.
Yeah,
Let's go, dude.
That was pretty good. See
Wow.
that? You can put those down earlier.
Mm.
Put
them down earlier, but don't pop them until we gain a little bit more control.
Exactly, but this is like the closest you've been to like the meta perfect Astra play. I do like this,
Sure.
but none of your. I think you need to communicate more because if somebody was with you, that Sova would have died earlier, and this guy wouldn't really have to risk himself dying.
Okay.
Because like this Sova could have just killed this Cypher and then swung stairs, and then killed Phoenix.
What did you just say? Confident.
Good timing though, right here.
Yeah.
It's getting better in the later rounds. Good push in. Your positioning, I would not say is very bad, because you're still tightly knitted with everyone. I just
Fucking crazy, bro. Are they having 3B?
I just think that all of your team needed to push out instead of kind of sitting in that smoke. Good play here.
Nice.
Even better play.
Sova's doing a whole lot of nothing.
So right there, you would want to call. Oh, never mind. I thought your server was still alive.
Oh my god, what a madman. What a fuck.
That was a really good round.
Madman. What the fuck?
Positioning was good, close to your teammates. The only thing that really went wrong there was just communications. I would feel like you just calm to your team to push in harder and commit. Because you guys weren't slowed.
Right.
So if you guys were all spread out on site, then you would be able to like avoid that Sova ult and getting fucked.
Yeah. Okay.
But like that round was the perfect example of playing higher than your rank, because to be honest, this is what I'm here for. This entire game, your rank has been shown. But that round was like very good because you played the flow of the game and like the speed of the game faster than every other rank. So I would say that was a perfect example of playing like a higher
rank. He's not
rank.
using his drone, he's not using his ult for post plans, he's not getting info.
let's just use Sova drone. Let's use Sova drone to break A site, and then we follow drone.
I have ult too, guys.
I did like that you were calming here to the Sova.
I'm gonna use ult to cut off heaven. Okay, so we have to focus on this targets.
Remember, they're gonna try to
See
run
this.
out of fucking heaven.
Yeah.
and,
Well, once again,
like,
I'd be scared. I'd be having like
Right now.
the worst walls.
flashing. Oh shit! I didn't even flash.
I just don't know how to use this, so I just fucking cut off lanes. I'll be honest with you.
Okay, yeah, that's not terrible. But,
I'm ulting in this bitch.
to be honest, I feel like I don't know the best setup. We'll brainstorm it right now.
Okay.
So, I'm gonna teach you multiple walls. There's this wall, where this wall is very good. You have complete control of site, post plant, hell, everything.
Mhm.
The only downside to this wall is that you own, and only you, the Astra player, would know about back Jenny.
Mhm.
If someone's sitting back Jenny, you're gonna have to communicate to your teammates that, hey, they could still be hiding on the site. Don't get too comfortable.
Right. Okay.
So that's the only risk of this area.
Okay.
Because say this girl's here, clear lines, your team is now pushing on this site, you all get comfortable, and you're all sitting here. Nobody's really looking at her at this point. They're all trying to hold other angles. Wall goes down, she gets Phoenix, Reyna, Sky, that's a free multi-kill.
Right. Okay.
So this is the best wall you can do in my opinion.
Mhm.
But I would rather you call that you have your ult and just use this wall.
Okay.
Because this wall has no downsides, I would say.
Mhm.
And you really don't have to check anything. It's one lane that you have to watch.
Mhm.
So try to play off that.
Okay.
Corner, nice. Oh, betrayed.
Oh wait, you're not even live. Overall though, the comms were good. I just think
The luck could have been better.
mhm.
And when Phoenix ults like that, so my thought process on that is like, follow him and support him so you can get the trade, and it's not like him not just dying for free, and like you get the info and the trade. But am I supposed to follow him in, like follow the ult in, like as a team, like how does it normally work?
So
Because I have like I do kind of fight with myself on that sometimes. I'm not sure.
to be honest, yes. There's no, but
Okay.
it's either playing close or playing mid, because you always usually want to have
Mhm.
your duelist playing close to him, and then you
Right.
play behind the second duelist.
Okay.
So you really don't want to be in the front lines,
Right.
because if they just completely ignore the Phoenix
Yeah.
and then go for the guy behind, you want them to kill the Jet instead of the Astra.
Right. Yeah. No, that makes sense.
Because as the round goes on, you get more useful.
Right. So I guess just communicate the other duelist, follow him in, and then me,
Exactly.
just following behind the other duelist. Okay. So I
Be
can
like,
get the trade.
Hey,
Yeah, because
no, you keep
I have an issue of like trying to play faster than my teammates. So but yeah, okay. That makes sense to me.
Honestly, it's not an issue.
Mhm.
It's just a fact that you have to realize that these guys are randoms and not everybody's going to be on the same page.
Yeah.
So if you are 5 stacking, that's very good. And then to do that, and then just to communicate with your teammates, and I
Right.
feel like to get everybody on the same page.
Mhm.
But if you're only duo stacking,
Right.
then just try to communicate the plan beforehand.
Okay. Gotcha.
Oh my god, I'm so lit. My bad. Oh my.
Give me 2 seconds.
Okay. Yeah, you're done.
I'm gonna. We have a scrim at 9, but I'm just gonna go late after I finish the session.
Okay.
Or... Sorry about that.
No worries.
I just didn't want to cut this off early to go to the stream.
Fuck. God.
Gotcha.
Spike down mid.
Just. I was able to kill this Phoenix.
Is that what you could do at that point?
Yeah, I was just like, fuck it, and just won.
There's so many cheaters in this game. Like,
Last round before the switch.
We can take an 8-4. Let's get bomb down and we can play
I do like the positivity.
no way
There's
I can't-
been no toxicity. Just calms.
I was say,
Oh,
Phoenix keeps
just
running,
wait, man.
shooting, he is getting killed. That's all. It's not
It-
sus,
it-
it's just annoying and shit.
I'm usually, I try to be pretty positive, but once it gets to like a certain point where just like, I don't know, man, people are just kind of being brainlets, I'm just like, alright, whatever.
Yeah.
It gets tough. Cause like, I don't know, I guess I expect too much out of teammates.
Mm-hmm.
Phoenix is cat.
They walled it off.
Hold on, Phoenix is cat. I think we should really try to kill him.
I'm gonna be completely honest though.
Mhm.
I do think it's a team difference in this
Yeah.
game because you've been doing your job for the most part. Just there's ways that you can improve to play at a higher
Right.
level.
Right, and that's what I want to focus on. Because
Mhm.
like, yeah,
You're enabling your teammates. I would call you not a smoker, an enabler, because you
Mhm.
enable people to play their best as well as yourself. Once you start to get more comfortable with timings and everything, and I work with you a little bit more on the guide and everything,
yeah,
like you're gonna be able to carry yourself out of this rank. But
Yeah.
with this,
Can't start there.
your team really hasn't been able to capitalize off of much.
Pulling them in.
yeah,
Concussing it.
And I think that's half your team and half of like communication.
Mhm.
Because usually smokers are IGLs, so you need to
Yeah.
take control and tell people when stuff is happening.
okay,
Almonds at 101.
Almonds mid. Market.
So see right there, how you were kind of like lagging a little bit back.
yeah,
I would focus on helping your team
Mhm.
and positioning rather than just trying to throw really quick smokes down, because if you're
Mhm.
with your team and you get that trade, now you can take your time and then
Yeah.
set up market and CT smokes
okay,
for like retake.
Will not kill my ally.
See how you set that up, and that's not really doing
Yeah.
much now because it's only really watching your flank.
right. I think I pulled it back. Did I? No, I used it. Oh no, I pulled it back.
Probably nobody's on A. What the fuck?
This is way too aggressive. I had 3 stars. I should have just sat back. Played stun suck.
Cypher can use his ult.
That was actually that was a good read.
Mhm.
I would say for me, I probably would have done the same thing because I have a big ego.
Yeah,
Because my aim is usually better than most people I play with,
Yeah.
or play against. Not to
Right.
sound like egotistical, but I would have like self awareness.
yeah,
So if you know that you're able to hit this shot because she's not aware and you can hear her running, I would take this.
Cypher, you need your
And
ult right
immediately,
there on the jet.
Last player standing.
I don't know why your Cypher closed the door on you.
I think he was just scared and was just like, fuck it.
Yeah, because that was a free win right there.
I think he closed the door because he caged and was just like, fuck this, someone's in my cage. I'm not gonna deal with this. So he just let me do a 1v2
Your
or
ult right
whatever.
there on the-
Yeah, I honestly think you need to calm that and be like,
Yeah.
Cypher, there's one to the left in your
Yeah.
cage, one to the right. You don't even need to say all that. I'd just be like, Cypher, I need your help. Start peeking.
Garden.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Peak garden, something like that.
Yeah.
So it's not a question, it's a
What?
fuck you. You're gonna do
Yeah.
this.
Because
Okay.
you have the information, and you would rather take a 2v2 than a 2v1.
Enemy
Right.
remaining.
Oh, he loses this. I remember this.
Why do I not watch it?
Like,
I want to watch your brain dead teammates.
Unlucky.
blank
You said unlucky. Oh.
I just try to I try to just, you know, like I'm a lot more like firm in like a team environment, but with ranked I just notice that people kind of are crybabies, so I'm just like fuck it.
Yeah, but like,
Just try to be as positive as possible, even if they make stupid plays.
yeah, I talk the same way with everybody, and like I get people mad sometimes, but like it's best because I talk this way to like an actual team or
Yeah.
a party that I'm talking with, and I feel like the randos need to hear it because if they're too soft, they're just gonna
Yeah, ignore you.
yeah, exactly, or just stay hard stuck in that rank because
Right.
you're getting coaching and you physically know what to do.
Right. No, that makes sense.
Heading to the above.
just win this. I'll peek B link.
I don't think you should set up anything other than tiles
Okay.
because playing mid, yes, is good.
Mhm.
But now you've just kind of like put this stuff there when you'd have to like not use it. And I feel like the more you play, the faster you're going to be at it. And you
Mhm.
don't want to have this to hold you back because you
Right.
want to have all of them to be able to place them down very fast.
Okay.
Pulling them in.
I hear A, a lot A.
Yeah, so you kind of screwed yourself.
Yeah.
Because now you're not really expecting them to push through the smoke, so I would just smoke tiles
Okay.
and hold because you W keyed, and if they were tiles and top mid, you would have to be
Yeah.
fighting two different angles at once.
Yeah, I don't think I communicated it well with the Phoenix because I think I thought, or I still think the play there was to like I thought we were rushing mid. So that's why I was like, but I didn't communicate that. I don't think, so I was like, fuck it.
Or at the beginning, he was A main, so I feel like
Yeah. No. That makes sense.
Spike planted.
One is still in tree. They're gonna go heaven. Like, bro. That's
Phoenix
This is
sounds
where-
a little
this is-
mad.
insane. Our
This is where
Cypher garbage.
the I just start raging. Not I'm not like yelling or anything, but I'm just like, fuck this.
Trust me, I understand it, dude. I rage all the time. I'll drop 40 kills and we'll lose.
Yeah.
I'll flash first.
So right here, you're not playing mid.
Hmm.
Kind of want to do the default. I'll teach you this in the guide because I've been pulling up the guide, and usually I save that for the end.
Mhm.
I'll teach you that at the end, but I'll teach you the defaults for offensive and defensive setups. If you're playing offensive here, you really want to have a pull and everything,
Oh.
and also have the one-way smoked. I could teach you that. Oh my god. What the hell? Okay.
Last
I just watched the Reyna pull out his knife, watching him. Unlucky.
Spike planted.
uh,
I need to stop pulling them in.
Mauled. So mauled.
huh. At this point, I would just recommend a little bit more deathmatch as well.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I fucking shit aim. I played main tank for like 4 years, so like all I did was hold shield and mouse one.
You must
Yeah.
cultivate a sense of calm.
But did you warm up at all before this?
Uh, I don't think so. I just
'Cause
kind of went into
I
it.
know you
Usually,
did.
usually I do like a aim routine or whatever before, which is like 10 to 15 minutes in aim labs, then in the practice range, and then 2 DMs, and then hop into it. But I think this time I was just like off work, and I was like, "Fuck it, I'm just gonna have some fun."
Okay. Yeah, to be honest, I would make an alt account if you'd want to do that.
Yeah, I mean, I have like a bunch of Smurfs and other accounts, so no
Oh
worries.
yeah, then I would get on that account. Just, I have one account that I save because I play like 1 or 2 times a day after a warm up.
Oh,
But for this rank, I feel like 3 to 4 games of deathmatch just before a comp, like with some friends, chilling, listening to music, just getting you like set in the mindset and in the mode
yeah.
is very beneficial.
Okay.
Jets up,
Pussy, and then I get fucking rolled. Unlucky.
I do this all the time. I get caught typing and I just don't buy or something.
Oh yeah.
But
I
again, playing cat, so still kind of like holding mid control, I would default smoke tiles.
Okay.
Now you just got smoked off in tree room.
Mhm.
So try to realize that they're gonna go fucking hard
Yeah.
on main, like they're about to do.
Yeah.
And you would want to have a smoke down here already, and
Yeah.
a pull,
Yeah.
and not
then-
peeking, because
Yeah.
you'd want to be sitting over here, just so like, you guys are peeking right now, and literally just 5 people peek out, and that's easy sight.
Yeah.
They don't have to
No,
clear
that's okay.
any angles or
Jets up,
anything.
cat. Jets up, cat.
I think I was trying to ego the fucking Phoenix. I'm not gonna lie to you, man. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Yeah.
I think I was just like fucking done with this shit. But no, I know what you mean. Just like play,
Uh-huh.
just like play the actual
Player standing.
like maybe play the smoke and the grabs so that we actually have a chance of like holding it and not just like fucking ego peek 5 people
Yeah.
because then you just get rolled. I got you.
I honestly wouldn't do that,
Okay.
because now you're distracted and have no holding power with smokes anywhere on the map.
Okay.
So I would play cat
Okay.
always. Default smoke tiles, jiggle peek mid. Anytime you play smoke on ascent, this is
Okay.
pretty much default for smokes.
Okay.
Just mid information, maybe jiggle peek, do some damage, and then go away.
Okay.
And then you can play a more defensive position, like on your way up to heaven or something,
One more cat.
Yeah.
Save.
and then smoke cat and let them come in. But like right here again,
Yeah.
I do feel like it was kind of like an emo moment where
I was just gotta fucking go. Yeah, I think like it was tough because like I was just done with it by this point.
yeah, I understand that. I would have probably done the same thing.
But yeah, I could have just like waited it out and then maybe traded my cipher.
Mm-hmm. Let me make sure I'm still recording for the session. All right. Still recording. All right, let's go through this. So, default for defense. Usually, unless you don't have another strat called.
Could you give me 1 sec? Sorry, my wife is gonna ask me a question.
Yeah,
I'm
you're
sorry.
good. You're good. You're good.
Sorry, she was asking about her sleep medication.
I take
I
vitamins
keep
for my sleep.
I keep track of our meds and stuff. But I'm sorry, go ahead.
Okay, this is the smoke, right? Yeah, this is.
Yeah.
So, this would be default. So,
Right.
you wouldn't really peek, so to say. You just kind of peek.
Just
Go
hold
back.
it for information. Okay.
So, you'd kind of be wanting to pre-aim this wall, and then just peeking
Yeah.
like this.
Just AD until like to see if I can gain some information or hear someone cat or whatever. Right.
And if you see them and they're not looking, that's when you take the chance.
Okay.
But if you hear up cat or don't see anybody here,
Yeah.
you have two options. You either play up here again, and if there's info here, you smoke here. If there's info here, you smoke me. You have to smoke if they hear contact.
Okay.
Because that is a huge thing for defense. You're going to lose every round if you don't do this. And I never see it. And every time I see it, it's annoying because I know we're versing a good smoke.
Oh.
These are the exact... Oh, wait, actually, I don't know what I'm doing. My bad. These are the exact smoke positions you want to do.
Okay.
Because now... You don't want to do this default, though. You want to do this on first contact.
Right. Okay.
Because now you've had first contact today. Reyna peeks this, or Phoenix peeks this, and they find somebody here, and they go back. Now,
Right.
you're completely supporting your Phoenix by holding this angle, and they don't know where any of you are going to be.
Okay.
So you can play anti-flash, you can play whatever. But
Okay.
you're putting yourself in this play. And here, you are across the map. You remember what I said? Am I in the play or am I close to my teammates?
Right.
So you're not close to your teammates. But
Right.
you did put yourself into the play.
That's okay.
Because now you're doing your role as a smoker and stalling and helping your teammates.
Okay.
Because now they can't just peek this and kill somebody CT, kill somebody stairs. They're going to have to use a lot more utility and have less utility for the post plant.
Okay.
So I'm going to run through default, sort of, not really default, but like situational pushes. So here, you would want to have gravity, and you would want to have nebula. So gravity pulls them in to right here. And you would want to do this because Phoenix now takes first. You would want to do it not immediately, but when this guy's taking the fight. Because say he's fighting here and you're waiting here. The second he starts taking a fight, now you pull in and then you peek. You want to have this already set up though if it's calm that you're playing aggressive, but you don't want to pop it.
Okay.
Because you want to make sure it's the right time.
Okay.
And this, for the smoke,
It's the one way.
do you know the one way?
Yeah, I do. You just put it on top of the box or whatever.
Yeah, it's right on that little corner.
Yeah.
So now you have the one way into the pulling. So they can't see you, and you shoot them.
Okay.
That's the meta for like the best pushing. And
Like
that's
an aggressive defensive play.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And then that's mainly for control of main, so that they don't get the orb.
Right.
I wouldn't recommend playing mid or B
Okay.
because playing cat gives you full like information here, playing here, and then right here you can play and then go back to cat.
Okay.
For attacking, if you're here, default every round right here.
Okay.
Unless you're gonna push it, then don't smoke it.
Right. If we're gonna push it, smoke the
Yeah, if
where
you're
the
gonna
things
push
are,
it,
yeah.
smoke. You smoke.
like up there. Yeah.
I'd say right here
Okay.
because you don't want to smoke back here and then like before when you smoked here and they pushed out, you don't want to have somebody sitting in these corners
Yeah. Okay. That
and
makes
then
sense.
like signal to your teammates to be like, oh hey, it's safe when there's like a jet sitting here.
Yeah. Okay.
But default smoke this if you're pushing cat. Set the smokes up market. See, you do know default smokes for this. You were doing them the whole time. Usually this is default for pushing in. And if your entire team is on site, you'd want to do these.
Okay.
So now this is post-plant situation
Right.
where you have everyone here, or even like one person out here, and everybody on site. But you'd want to help yourself and the more number of people that are on the site.
Okay.
Pushing A. You'd want to be right here, making sure no utility is coming that stops your team. Default smoke here, and default smoke here.
Okay.
You never really want to double up, because that's bad, because now they just fucking
Yeah, they just jump out of it and fuck you.
Dewey 2K out of it.
Yeah.
Um,
Especially in gold when people don't give a fuck about smokes.
And
I'm sorry, I have like a big like problem with like people just pushing smokes. I fucking hate it.
dude, I do it all the time, and people hate me for it.
Yeah.
I think
one of the
your
people.
job would
Mhm.
either be to plant. If you don't have a sage, you take the bomb.
Okay.
Or to close door if you don't have bomb.
Okay.
And then set up for post plant. Meaning, stay in this corner, make sure somebody's holding your heaven, or communicate, be like, somebody hold heaven. Set up this smoke again. And if you know somebody's flanking, you could set up this smoke, but I would recommend this one again.
Right.
If you don't have that information.
Okay.
Just for doors broken, pop smoke. Now you play in this corner.
Right.
Because you want to have yourself protected. And then first contact or like noise from heaven or utility, say like a shock dart comes through here, you know there's going to be one up there, so you want to pop this. Do you have any like other questions or anything that I didn't cover?
Like I do have questions about like the defensive setups on Astra. Like I know you were saying there was just like that one micro or whatever, or I don't know what you guys call it, but like the aggressive play or whatever.
Yeah.
But I see. I'm actually never mind. I'm good. I'm good.
Are you
Yeah.
sure?
Yeah. No worries.
Because I can go over it.
No worries. I got it. I'm good. We'll save it for another session. No worries.
All right. And do you have any other like specific things that you like the default that you want me to run through, or is that it?
That's
I'm
pretty much it. Because like, dude, I have a lot of problems with like I guess like because I used to like pretty much just one trick Omen whenever he was like the meta controller, and it was like, you know, Astra is like a little bit more like playing fucking StarCraft, so it like is tough.
Yeah, exactly.
So, like the transition is a little tough because with Omen you could do like a lot of like trickery and play like a little bit more aggressive, and like with Astra you kind of have to like, you know, yeah.
In total, I didn't really do that many notes because I'm probably just gonna send you more generalized stuff because I went over a lot of specific stuff here. I want you to just make sure you know the defaults.
Okay.
And make sure you keep in mind the deathmatch, as well as playing more passive on defense, because kind of just running out here is rough.
Yeah.
And playing towards this meta right here is going to make you play better every single game.
Okay.
Because this is the way to control to not have a bad game and to be able to carry even harder.
Yeah.
And on attack, I want you to focus on sticking with your team. Focus on your own positioning. Like I said, the deathmatch and popping the smokes at the right time.
Okay.
As well as only using your ultimate at B.
Okay.
But I'm pretty sure that's gonna conclude our